Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or you're just happy to see me?
Hey, hello everybody. Thank you for coming to another rendition of Talk Nerdy to Us. I hope you enjoy the topics I selected because Simu Liu apparently responded, in a way, to what happened, so at least the revelations from his past Reddit post. According to Kotaku, we need to be excited about, and I need to refresh the fucking website. That race swap in God of War, and Grabota. We need to be hyped about that, even though these are the same people, or at least amongst the same people, who said that we should be also, let's put it this way, happy that Thor is accurate. So basically, don't say you're happy for like one is accurate, and then like to say, hey, but you need to accept one being race swap, and that race swap happens to be the goddess who's also called the mother of monsters. So good job, God of War. And then Polygon. I don't know how many people are into James Bond, but it says the Bond franchise will let women do everything except be James Bond. Well, no fucking shit to that, because I don't know. James Bond is and always will be a man, but apparently, according to Polygon, the Bond girls need to be James Bond or something. Or at least the franchise won't let them be anything else. So, but before I say hello to the chat, and I'm going to try to be as, I don't know, not emotional, but excited as possible, but I'm still fighting a headache. So, Steph.
Hello.
Say hello to everyone. Let them know everything that's been going on with you.
Hello, everybody in the chat. I just got done with like an incredible Twitch stream. It was pretty amazing. And I still feel kind of sick from it, in a good way, a good sick. But it was a pretty awesome Twitch stream. Really grateful for everyone in the chat, everyone on Twitter, everyone in this community. It's just pretty incredible. I feel like I'm gonna just completely pass out when we're done.
No, this community can be pretty awesome. So, but I'm going to say hello to everyone in the chat, and then we'll go from there. So, starting from the top is Dermot McWade says hello there. Won't be able to make it, but good luck. So, thank you so much, Dermot. Mystic Red Knight, hello, ladies. Good to see you. Starting to feel better. But yeah, been fighting a headache. Boring on a migraine the past couple days. So. Let's see. Sunny and Brave Megatron just finished rewatching Temple of Doom. Still awesome, though Willie still sucks. So,
God, Willie is so annoying. How do you feel about Willie?
Actually, I don't know. She's kind of on par with annoyance with Karen. Is it Karen Allen?
See, I could deal with Karen.
What's her fucking character's name? The first one where there's a lot. She annoys the hell out of me most times as well.
See, I could handle her, but Willie just it could possibly be the way that she's always like, Indy.
Well, she's also basically the fish out of water. She is a diva who's been like put into the situation, so I can stomach her, but Marion, I cannot stand her. I cannot stand her character. So like they are both on par with annoyance for me. And then the other one is basically like she's a bad guy. So it's like I really don't like either one, quite frankly. So
I could deal with Marion. Willie, no.
Marion was no. I don't like her. Michael Quaid, I'm guessing he's talking to one of the first three in the chat. Says, well, hello, dude. I keep running into. Good evening, Michael. I'm assuming you're referring to yourself, Mazzo, with number 3 Simp. And I asked you earlier to show what all emotes you have, and you told me to shut up. So
Moza.
I just proved my
Thank you
point.
again, Moza.
TD, what's up, everyone? Hi, Mara and chat. Let's have a great time. Well, let's hopefully you enjoy it. Nico Glock says, "Yo, fam." Trey Courtney, hey, Mara and Steph.
Hooray!
Chunk the Punk, he says, "Hey, I can't do the accent."
I can. Ready? Hey, you guys.
Jacob, good evening, Jade. Hello to the chat. Good evening, Nico Glock for $5. Hello, ladies, and hello, chat with a heart. Thank you so much, Nico Glock. Grand Admiral Adam, greetings, programs. All right, I guess we're NPCs now, but thank you so much, Grand Admiral Adam. Let's see. Heath Nation. Yeah, well, she looks okay, so that's
I had a moment to breathe.
Yeah. So there's your answer, Heath Nation. Phil TMNT, hey everyone, good to see you. Alex McCarthy, howdy Mara and Steph, how has y'all day been? A simple reminder, Titans is so well. I never got into that.
I'm not there's no lie. No lie.
Not going to ever since finding out from Steph what they did to Red Hood, even though I'm more of a Nightwing main. But finding out
Red Hood.
But finding out what they did to Red Hood and the fact that they took Under the Red Hood and like did it all in one episode.
Yeah, and changing it up now.
Like look, this book right here, one episode.
They could have dragged it out the whole season. It could have been the whole season, but nope.
This thick ass book, one episode.
Mm-hmm.
So
speaking of Red Hood, I received this today as a birthday present. Isn't he beautiful?
You can keep him in the box or take
I'm going to keep this one in the box, yes. Okay. I am going to keep it. I like to take all of my figures out of the boxes and like display them. All of my Hood stuff is up there. He's the last one, the one that I was missing. And I got him as an early birthday present. He beautiful. Red Hood is bae.
See, this is basically like kind of like the divide between us because she's Red Hood is bae and I'm like Nightwing is bae.
Red Hood is bae.
So, $2 from Heath Nation. Yes, hope you're okay after that miracle stream.
It was.
Thank you so much for the $2. Yes, we're both April babies. So he's like, aww. Good evening to my birthday twin.
He's an Aries too.
Yeah, I think he's an Aries too. So we're both Aries. We're both like ruled by the planet Mars. So we both are ruled by the planet of like not giving a shit, pretty much. So Epstein's ghost. Howdy, ladies. Good evening to you, Epstein. Yes, Simplou. Well, Simpleton Lou is like what I'll call him because like there's no fucking way you could be that smart and still do something that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Maza for Aussie $5 and he just says, "Hey." I can't do. I don't have the accents. Let's see. Hello, ladies, from John Parson, who is also, I believe, is Roto Commish on Twitch, if I'm not mistaken. But if I'm wrong, please let me know. Deadpunk Gage, good evening. Hi. Yeah, he done fucked up pretty much. He done fucked up, and you'll see his response. Which is like, I don't know if you could even call it a response to the situation. If you're asking about Simu Liu, you probably did, and we'll be going over what exactly he did in the past on Reddit, or at least a post he did, which has been going around the past couple days. So you'll see what all you missed. Did I say hello to you, Namens? I can't remember.
Layman's, hi, Layman.
Members of the dev team are having complete meltdowns on Twitter about this Ragnarok criticism. Yeah, pretty much. Look, and like, the problem I have is if you're going to race swap a character, for like it's another redhead, so another redhead bites the dust. And two, don't tell us that we have to accept it while at the same time telling us that like you'll be thankful for the accuracy for another character. And if you want to do a black character, there are plenty of Egyptian gods and things like that where you could set the game in Africa. It doesn't necessarily have to be Norse mythology. So you could have her character there, and it would make a lot more fucking sense than taking a white goddess character. I don't know too much about Norse mythology, and race swapping her just for the sake of race swapping. So, yeah, Marion Ravenwood. I knew it was like I knew it began with an M, but I couldn't remember. But like both of those characters just like fucking annoy me. I love the movies. I don't like the female characters. And then Lethal Lightning for Aussie $50. Thank you so much. I gotta
Little.
blow him a kiss. Says and he says like for real money, as he likes to say, fat tits, poggers, hit it from the back.
You have to say it with gusto, Mara.
All right, okay, I gotta fight this headache. All right, ready? That's why I don't have my light on, just so you know, folks. That's why I'm in the dark. Let's see. All right. Fat tits, poggers, hit it from the back. There you go. That's all as much gusto as I could put into that. Let's see. Then Apollo Patriot, I tell him to get in the kitchen. Yeah, of course you do.
Hi, Apollo.
Daniel James for another real money Aussie $31. Hey, my lovely ladies. Hey, Chad. Daniel Craig Bond movies are garbage. I'm definitely not interested in watching this new film. Bond can never be a woman. Hashtag pineapple
gang.
So, yeah. So I'm pretty much fully in agreement with that entire statement, because just real fast before I finish up saying hello to the chat. Did you ever get into like Bond films at all, Steph?
No. I've seen I don't even know his name. I haven't seen. Okay, look.
So there's no point in asking you like what your favorite Bond would be.
No, there's no point in asking me who my favorite Bond is, because I've only seen who came after James Bond. Sean Connery.
Roger Moore.
Who came after him?
Well, technically George Lazenby, but then but he was only in one movie. But after George Lazenby was Timothy Dalton, and then after Timothy Dalton was Pierce Brosnan.
Holy crap! That's all right.
Told you.
I've only seen one Pierce Brosnan Bond movie.
All right, there you go. So we'll just
I honestly, I need to watch them, because everybody's just like Bond, and I have never seen, besides Pierce Brosnan's one, and that was, I think it was Casino Royale, and even that one I was kind of like in and out.
That one had potential. But then it got went downhill because they couldn't every other Bond movie after that, Daniel Craig was like moody Bond. And I'm like, that's not Bond. That's not Bond at all, pretty much.
See, I've never seen any Bond film. I know about them, but I've never seen them. I need to watch them apparently, because I'm surprised nobody in the chat is giving me shit for not watching any Bond films.
Oh, they will.
Because I've never seen the Bond. I've never gotten into Bond. I got into Jason Bourne and stuff like that, but never Bond. I need to do that. I need to watch some of them.
I grew up. The first Bond movie I watched that my dad showed me was You Only Live Twice. And that's because he wanted to show me Little Nelly, which is basically a helicopter that Bond puts together in the movie. And he calls it Little Nelly. And it's one of the most awesome little helicopters you could fly. You could use. There's a bunch of gadgets on it and things like that. But that was my dad's. I wouldn't say necessarily was my dad's favorite, but it was the first one he showed me because of that little helicopter.
Oh.
So coming toward the third.
Oh, the third is here. Hello. Hello.
Sitting Bird Megatron asked, "Did you get your drawing yet?"
I have not. I haven't checked my PO box. I need to go. I'm going to go tomorrow. I'll go tomorrow and check my PO box, because I do need to get that. I do need to put it up right there. It's waiting. I want my.
His niece is an April baby too. My niece is a May baby, so she's. Taurus is April 20th through May 20th, right? What's after Taurus?
I don't know. I can look it up. I don't have it memorized.
I don't have I think is it Leo. Because she was born May 27th. Because she was about a week late.
What's the date?
May 27th is when she was born. No, they are not trash. April is the most awesome month that one could be born in because, especially for a woman, the birthstone is a diamond. So there it is. And Daniel, for another Aussie real money, $31, just says, "Damn it, Lethal."
Did you say May 27th?
May 27th. Yeah.
That's a Gemini.
Gemini. Okay, she's a Gemini. All right.
It's Gemini, the two-faced.
So, well, we'll see. We'll see what she's like.
I am a Libra.
I think she's gonna be like more like. See, the thing is, part of me thinks she's gonna be like more like my side of the family, like my brother's side of the family. But then you have my sister-in-law who grew up on nothing but Disney films, and I mean, like, I'm serious when I say that, nothing but Disney films. So it's like we've taken upon ourselves, myself and my sister and brother, us as aunts and uncle, to our only niece so far, to say like we are going to corrupt her.
Aww.
We are going to show her there's more to life than Disney Pixar.
Disney, DC, and Harry Potter.
Let's see. Golden Age Hollywood.
Harry Potter.
DC. Not really other franchises, really, that my parents, like, basically my parents just, like, let us watch whatever we wanted to watch. And that's how I got into watching scary movies. That's how I got into watching scary movies. Because my mom, I'm not going to say how old I was, but you know that when Scream came out, it was like, what, 1996? I was too young, generally, for most parents to watch that movie. My mom was like, and that's when we still had, like, Blockbusters and shit like that still around. I walk up to my mom with the DVD and she goes, "What's this movie about?" And it's like, "I don't know. It's just like a scary movie." And she's like, "Just all right." And she got it for me, and I watched it later that night, and I couldn't go to sleep without saying Ghostface. So it was like taught me a lesson not to watch movies like that late at night. The Ms. Martin Muses with the Wave and the Rose, and I will not be able to play D&D with you guys tomorrow because unless things change, I will be going to visit my niece and brother tomorrow afternoon. So, oh yes,
I love that everyone's putting their zodiac signs in the chat.
What?
I said I love that everyone's putting their zodiac sign in the chat.
Yeah, Alex said he's Scorpio.
Alex is a Scorpio? Alex doesn't seem like a Scorpio.
No, he said he's a Scorpio, or he put Scorpio.
Wow.
Heath Nation for another $2. Oh my God, what do you call a dead turtle? Ghost in the Shell.
Oh.
This is one she saw, The Spy Who Loved Me. So, that's Roger Moore. That's Roger Moore, I believe.
A Libra is like almost perfectly matched with a Gemini. Have you ever looked at that? Like matching your zodiac with another zodiac sign and like your perfect matches?
Sometimes, but then like they vary depending on what article I read. So
it's like 99% match with the Libra and the Gemini.
I don't know.
I'm ruled by Venus. That's the planet of love.
Daniel Craig ones are shit. Sorry. Yeah, they're not really that good. Sailor Mercury says Daniel Craig era is too serious and boring. I prefer Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, like James Bond is not. He's serious when he needs to be, but he's like not moody. He's not like moody serious, and like basically just like.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you?
I did not say.
You said, "Hey Siri."
Not.
That was funny. That
serious.
That was funny.
Let's see. Goldfinger and Live and Let Die, my favorites. Yeah, like basically, yeah. You never watched Bond? Yeah.
No.
Little Poet Boy, Bond, but
breast, fat tits.
Brian King says hello, Mara. Hello, Brian. Good to see you. Yeah, shame. Says May babies rule. So my niece is July. TD says Gemini. Let's see, Gemini. Leo. He says Gemini because his wife is May 28th.
Oh, so his
I
wife
remember
is
diamonds
Gemini?
are forever. I remember diamonds are forever.
Diamonds
Human. Hey, ladies, you checking to see if Steph is back to normal?
Yes, I had time to decompress. chill out. I still have butterflies, but I'm good.
Phil says Mara is born in April. Only reason why April is not a bonkers month. I'm guessing that's a compliment.
It is a compliment.
I mean, like, well, I thought I was crazy. That's the thing. So how was like, I don't know.
It's a beautiful man.
Aquarius.
You're an Aquarius, Trey?
So would Brian?
Yeah.
Make sure. One rough girl, Scorpio. She's a Scorpio.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Parents to us to see Purple Rain traumatized. Yep. Let's see.
Scorpios
Say hello to
like,
everyone.
not Scorpios. Aquariuses are supposed to be like, rule breakers, but very incredibly intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
They always go against authority.
My mom's an Aquarius. I wouldn't exactly say that about her. That's my one brother.
And like world
Mhm.
world changer, stuff like that. Like they go into a career
Mhm.
that like is supposed to be like make a difference. You know what I mean? Like make a difference in the world or society or something like that. That's like Aquarius is.
But you count being a lawyer.
Yeah.
All right. So
That makes a difference.
she matched her zodiac sign.
Yeah.
My brother's a Capricorn. My one brother's a Capricorn. My mom's an Aquarius. My dad is a Pisces. I'm an Aries, and my two other siblings are Libras. They were born mid-October.
Aw. Rough Girl says every zodiac has a good reputation, but Scorpio. It depends on what Scorpio, though. Like, it depends on what kind of Scorpio.
I know some humans in Aries. He's like about it's around my birthday, actually. I think it's like a few days before mine. Chinese ones are fun. Yes, I am. I know which Chinese zodiac I am, and I can't say it without then people will look it up and see what year it could be. So,
yeah, if it's an October Scorpio or a November Scorpio, it depends.
Yeah,
it depends on your intensity level.
Brightest Day says, "Hey ladies, hello, Brightest Day." I guess I'm being spied on. Yeah, little Nellie's flying around somewhere. Timon Flip, hey yo, good to see you. I'm trying to get to say hello to everyone. Andrew says he's a Leo. Good evening to you, Andrew. Brian McCann says he's a Pisces. Timon's a Pisces. Liquid Blake Aquarius gang.
Aquarius.
God, the tried black man is like Gemini. Like everyone's giving their.
I love that. I love it.
Mason Shipper says, "What up, gals? Good to see you, Mason." Omaha 16 Aquarius represents. All right. We got a good mix. Dead Punk Gage says Sagittarius. Soul Assassin says Hail.
What's up, Soul?
Apparently most serial killers are Virgos. Well, Drunk 3PO is one, so you got.
Yeah, Drunk 3PO is a Virgo.
I do know that. Board Four says Anna is a Scorpio.
Anna is a Scorpio. Yep.
Mr. J for $5. Taurus. Now back to chilling. Okay.
Damn, Rough Girl. I'm a 2-moon Scorpio born in the middle of November. Ah! She said, I need my cards read.
Daniel James, he's a Year of the Dragon. Aquarius Tiger. Yeah, I did say it once. And if you missed it, well, too bad for you, because I'm not saying it again. But there are those who do know what year I was born. Those who do know what year I was born, they know how old I am. So, and Daniel's a Virgo. Well, keep an eye on Daniel as well. It's always the quiet ones. All right, finally got through the chat. All right. So which one do you want to start with, Steph? So I generally give basically the guests a choice. You want to talk about Simulu's response, the Kotaku article about the Ragnarok.
Let's start with that one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start. A little easy, and then get. Go ahead.
All right. So Kotaku. All right. All right. Would you load? Okay, now it's not wanting to. Hold on, I gotta stop sharing the screen, and I gotta fucking load this shit again because it froze on me. I hate Kotaku. I hate Kotaku with a passion sometimes. I really do. All right, here it is. You should be hyped about this new God of War character. Steph, you need to be hyped.
Excuse me, don't tell me what to do.
Well, it's telling you what to do.
I know,
mean,
but I'm talking to the article. I'm talking to Isaiah Colbert.
Yeah,
Colbert.
They speak for us. Remember, they speak for us. They're like, the feminist allies, male feminist allies. So they speak for us, and they tell us that, especially us, those of us who would be looking forward to this game, that we need to be hyped for this character.
It's not saying that you need to. It says you should.
You should be hyped. You should be hyped. But like underlying thing is like, it's like if you're not, then you're either racist or sexist or both. Pretty much. So this character here, Angrboda. Now again, I don't know too much about Norse mythology. The person to ask would be Stig, and it's not just necessarily, well, it's primarily because he's Norwegian. He would know this shit. But this character here is a consort of Loki. She's not even really his wife. She's a consort, and she's given birth to Fenrir the Wolf, and a serpent, and another character, and she's called the Mother of Monsters. So congratulations, God of War Ragnarok, you made the Black Woman the Mother of Monsters. Take it in. Like, just take it in. Yeah, slow clap. They made the Black Woman the Mother of Monsters. So let's go into this article. Santa Monica Studio already had my axe even before it revealed the new trailer for God of War Ragnarok during the PlayStation Showcase. But now it also has my curiosity after showing a character named Angrboda at the end of its first gameplay trailer. You'll get your answer soon enough, she says with a smile. Well, some of them. That's all the new trailer gave me, alongside a brief glimpse of her stunning locks. Okay. Whatever. Then the screen faded to black. Angrboda, my beloved, I'm impatient and I need answers now, so I've started a lore dive. Isaiah Colbert has now simp mode activated for this character.
Which is odd because she looks kind of young.
I know. I mean, yeah. Like I said, she's a ginger as well. There's again, another redhead bites the dust.
Yep.
Another redhead bites the dust. First, I looked up what her name means. Angrboda is the one who announces misfortune. The name Angrboda is derived from the Old Norse version of her name, Angrboda. Anger means misfortune, and both means to announce, according to dictionary.com, I guess. This might serve as a mystery. What the fuck is a mousecatool?
A mousecatool?
Yeah.
Does he watch Mickey Mouse's Clubhouse?
That's what I'm asking. Like,
Clubhouse.
I used to watch.
Mousecatool.
Yeah, I used to watch the Mickey Mouse Club, but I stopped watching it obviously years ago. So, like, is that what that is? People in the chat, is that what that, like? Is that Mickey Mouse Club reference? So, well, she could be Egyptian, but that's not what the character is. The character is actually Norse. They could have used her if they wanted to go with Egyptian gods and goddesses. Hey, Rhetorical Thrill. We just started on the first article because for the first roughly half hour, I was saying hello to the chat and going through everyone's zodiac signs. Okay, for her role in God of War Ragnarok. All right. The second thing I discovered is that Angrboda is a frost giant, or Jotun. This lore could tie into the larger story of God of War. Perhaps she managed to flee the Middle Realm and survived Odin wiping out the Jotnar race in fear of Ragnarok before the events of the first game, ? Alongside Kratos, dad of War, Angrboda might play a vital role in educating Atreus about his frost giant heritage. Remember, he and the World Serpent are the last frost giants in Midgard. The last thing I discovered during my lore dive about Angrboda is that she is one of Loki's wives, or more appropriately, he is one of her consorts according to northern paganism. Aside from being an all-around badass warrior of Iron Wood, apparently in her culture, multiple marriages are not unorthodox. Well, no shit. She's not real. We love a polyamorous queen. She's not real. All right, she's called the Mother of Monsters because in Norse myth she gave birth to Fenrir the Wolf, Jormungand, the Midgard Serpent, and Hel, the ruler of the dead. God of War Ragnarok will no doubt take some liberties in portraying Angrboda. Well, no shit. They're starting with this. In portraying Angrboda, just like they have with its other cast of characters. If my lore dive is anything to go off of, Angrboda is going to be a much welcomed addition to the already stacked characters in the God of War series. It's not just her intriguing lore, but because she is black.
So he gave us all of that backstory just to say, like, but it's not just all this shit that I just told you. It's not all this stuff in these 3 paragraphs that I just give you. It's because she black.
Yeah. Yeah, good job making a black woman mother of monsters way to not be racist by being racist. Yeah. Jotun. Okay, Jotun. That's why I needed the Viking here, because I don't know how to pronounce some of these words. They really called her queen, homie. Yeah, they did, Trey. They really did, Trey. Yeah. J6 is like, step on me, serpent mommy. So, I mean, I feel for some people it's going to be like Lady D in Resident Evil Village. Biggles, hey Biggles. He says, oh good, she's no longer crying. Also, sup ladies. Hello, Biggles. Good to see you. Okay. I don't think I'm breaking any new ground in saying that gaming is very white. Half Middle Eastern here. Latina. Down there. I mean, I'm only half privileged, folks. Even when we do get black characters, studios don't always get it right on the first try. Insomniac is in their bag right now with the announcement of Wolverine and Spider-Man 2, but even they didn't get Miles Morales completely right on the first try. Luckily, they eventually realized they gave my man a yee ass haircut in the first Spider-Man. I had canon Miles. Okay, hold on. How did this guy become a journalist? I had canon Miles decided he should stop playing with whatever Great Clips was in Peter Parker's neighborhood and got a lining and a nice fade at the barbershop off screen in Miles Morales. Okay, it was my head canon.
Like he had canon that this was the God.
Fucking hell. All right. Whenever a game decides to add some seasoning to their cast of characters by adding some black folks, Trey, you're seasoning.
Yeah, you're seasoning. Black people, all brown people, black people, they're just nothing but seasoning. They pepper. She's basically saying y'all are pepper. We pepper. We're pepper.
I'm kind of like that spice mix of like white and whatever. But you guys, you're the pepper. You're the seasoning.
No, it's pepper, cumin, and curry.
There you go. Yeah, I'm the curry. I'm the curry spice that they add to this.
I'm cumin.
Yeah, she's a cumin, and you're the black pepper tray.
You're the black pepper.
I'm chili. You're the black pepper tray.
What the fuck? What the fuck? That's so dumb.
Paprika, oregano. Yeah. Black, and damn it, I know Norse mythos is white as hell. I don't care. Yes, most people don't care. So basically, you'd be like, what? You'd be Caribbean jerk seasoning? Is that it, Andrew? Only Caribbean seasoning? That's the only thing. Caribbean. I eat Caribbean jerk chicken. So.
Stunning and Brave says, I bring the milk.
I bring the milk.
Asian wasabi.
Asian
wasabi.
Yeah.
Wasabi.
Yeah, there you go. So basically, we got wasabi, we got pepper, we got cumin, we got curry, we got paprika, we got oregano. TD says he's just plain salt. Stunning and Brave Megatron brings the milk. Mazza, he's salt as well. So there. Yeah,
salt and peyote.
Timon says, I'm mint. We're the seasoning. Feels as I'm no seasoning, but of course. All right. Okay, where did I leave? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
Oh,
eat
shit,
that shit up.
Tapatio. Yes.
Enough girls says I'm bringing the blend. All right.
That's
Okay.
so dumb.
I
Add
know.
some seasoning. Wow.
It's no different with the now Norse-infused God of War series. The gamers Stacey Henley beat me to the punch in saying that but it bears repeating that black people didn't just start existing in the last decade. Trey, did you know that? Rough Girl, did you know that? Like Alex, Stunning and Brave Megatron, Metal Rock McDonald. Did you know that black people didn't start existing just in the last decade? They've been around for a long time. Did you know that? I mean, thank God for Kotaku bringing that point across to me, because I would not have realized it without them telling me that black people have been around for longer than a decade.
Damn.
Yeah, Mr. J is like, what? Like, what? I'm like, yes. Wait, black people are real? Gasp.
This is so fucking dumb.
I know.
Like,
I can't even at this point.
this is a cringe article. I can't.
Oh,
We have been here. Oh my god.
I had no idea we are waiting on the plantation for that writer to free us and educate us. But this is cringe, but last night on the Cringe Factory stream there was just as a retarded article as this on The Gamer saying how the Thor in God of War Ragnarok is a win for body diversity. That was the spin they took with that character. The accurate Thor in this character was a win for body diversity, and we need to fight against fat phobia for people that are criticizing that character.
Oh god.
That is the level of retardedness Kotaku, The Gamer, and Polygon. They are the trifecta of retards in pop culture. With CBR trying their damnedest to get on that first, second, and third medal podium in that Olympics.
This person probably wouldn't play a video game unless it was diverse. Like, and he says it in there too.
Yeah.
He's like, whenever a game decides to add some seasoning to their cast of characters by adding some black folks, I eat that shit up. Like, if it's all white folks, if it's all whatever, like, no, it's not diverse enough for me. I'm not going to play this game.
The author
man. What a small world. What a
the author in the game article was literally, tell me you have not played a game without telling me you have not played a game.
What a small, sad world these people live in. What a small, sad world these people live in. I swear.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like a weird fetish for these journos. Yeah, it pretty much is. He don't give a fuck about abs. He fights bears. I know. So basically, it wasn't. So basically, if it was just an article saying, like, correcting the ignorance about the look of the god himself, okay, I could see that. I could see that because a lot of people were going off the MCU Thor, and I'm like, yeah, that's not accurate because that's based off the comics, which is not accurate really in itself, other than the fact it's the god of thunder. But to spin it as a win for body diversity and say that we need to fight against fat phobia when people are criticizing that character, instead of just maybe educating them and saying, hey, this is accurate to how the god is portrayed in Norse mythology. Yeah, it's an interesting looking kisses. Pander to me harder, daddy. Yes. That's what these people are like. Does Kratos count as a woman since the ashes of his wife and daughter are permanently stuck to his skin? Yeah, I mean, hell, he could identify as a woman in that regard.
They would come up with a new word for that, not gonna lie. Yeah. Not even gonna lie. They would come up with some new whatever gender for that shit. They probably already have.
Yeah, baby mode in games, yeah. All right, so, okay. All right. We have been here. And when games like Hades acknowledge that reality by making mythological figures like Athena black, who is also white, because she's a Greek goddess, we see that, and it matters. These characters help affirm that it should never be an option for black people to not exist in the world. Trey, Rough Girl, I mean, I'm not trying to single you guys out. Mr. J, are you happy this guy is speaking for you. Says like he's like speaking on your behalf. One rough girl says, I'm not fat phobic. I love overweight man with food dripping out of their beard and a pot belly like a little Buddha that I can rub after relations. There you go. It says, nope. Mr. J says, I was looking forward to this and will still play it, but my goodness, just make a damn fucking good game. Yes, pretty much. Just make a good game. Really. It's not like she exists in a vacuum either. There's already plenty of fan discourse that reads protagonist Kratos himself as black too. I'm guessing that's probably more like fan headcanon, fan forums, things like that. Christopher Judge, a black man, voices Kratos. Okay, good for you. I mean, did you know that a black man voiced Shredder?
Yes, that
James
is very-
Avery voiced Shredder, a Japanese character. No one cares. The late wrestler Shad Gaspar, also black, did Kratos' motion capture. Kratos is black too, just in some major need of some Burt's Bees lotion. He doesn't look black to me.
So they're saying that he's just ashy.
He just is ashy skin.
Is that what they're saying?
He's just in need of some lotion.
Is that what they're saying? That
Yeah,
he's
that's
just
what they're
ashy?
saying. He's just ashy.
They did not just say he ashy.
Yep, he did.
Oh no.
It is an attempt at humor, I guess, Trey. Yep, he just said, and I'll read that line again. Kratos is black too, just in some major need of some Burt's Bees lotion.
Wow. Hey, all over. Just he ashy everywhere.
Yeah, he ashy. Yeah, Kratos is ashy Larry. Kratos is Greek, not black.
No.
Yep. Kratos is Greek, white. A black man voiced Goliath in Gargoyles. Yes. Okay, all over we can come on my way, but I only want to if you have diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, and sleep apnea.
I like what Jason said. I think someone offered Kratos some Burt's Bees lotion. He cut their head off.
Yeah. I'm like, does he know the character he's describing? This is a guy who goes against gods. And if someone were just to say, hey, like, can you like slather this on your ashy skin?
Does he even? I don't know. Fuck. This article sounds so bad.
We're nearly done. Okay. I don't make the rules. All of this is to say there's room for Angrboda and God of War and the Cookout. I claim Atreus 2, don't test me. I don't get what that's supposed to mean. I haven't checked online to see if there's discourse over her inclusion in God of War Ragnarok, and honestly, I can't be bothered. All I know
I bet he has. I bet he has 100.
He lying.
Yeah.
Jade Shadow playing devil's advocate here for a second. If we all originated from Africa, could our gods not all be black? Sorry, I'll
leave now.
Technically, if we go off of, I'm not saying everyone needs to believe in that Christianity or anything like that, believe in the Bible or anything like that. But if we go off of where Eden possibly was, we are actually all Middle Eastern. Because it would have been between the Tigris and the Euphrates in Iraq. So technically, our gods would be Middle Eastern. Our gods would be Arabic. Technically. If we go down that route. But yeah, I was saying, like, they could have easily set this game in Africa, in Egypt, and totally fine. Believable character. Completely believable character. But they race swapped yet again a redhead, a white redheaded woman, because apparently they are in these people's minds, they are a minority, but they are a bigger minority than the minority they need to speak for.
No, in these people's minds, when they were born was when the earth started. That was when society started, was when they were born. Anything before that didn't exist.
Yeah.
It didn't exist.
So yeah. So,
They're fuck that.
So technically, we can all trace our like roots back to Iraq, modern day Iraq. Technically, we go that route. So you all bow down to me since I do have Middle Eastern heritage. Just saying.
I'm still on that cookout shit. Yeah, he wants everybody to be at the
I'm
cookout.
like, what is he trying to talk about?
Yeah, he's saying that there's room for them in God of War and at the cookout. Like all my homies come to my house. That's what he's saying. Oh,
I guess so.
Chat. Look who's in the chat.
Drew Dat Games. Hail Mara and Steph. So good to see you. Hope you enjoy the cringe because we are nearly done with this retarded article. All right. He claims he hasn't checked online. Bullshit. All I know is Leia De Leon Hayes, the actor who will be bringing Angrboda to life, is a cinnamon roll who will get her flowers from the black gaming community. We'll have her back if any caucasity comes her way. Angrboda, if by my life or death I can protect you, I will. You have my heart.
What's with all these food fucking analogies? Was this dude writing this before his lunch break or something? Like, was he hungry?
Well, he's hungry for something. He's simping hard for this character. He's hungry for something.
This is so stupid.
Because he says, and he's speaking, he says, is a cinnamon roll who will get her flowers from the black gaming community.
Oh my god. I thought we were starting off with a simple article. I feel like I got dumber.
It did, yeah, retards and articles. We need to, yeah. Oh my god, retarded equals unique, Mara. Let's be nice here. Sick about you, my mistress. Yes. Cinnamon roll. Yes, he's a cinnamon roll. She's a cinnamon roll that needs to be protected. Like for real? Yeah, you wrote that. You wrote that. Now I want a cinnamon roll. But there it is. That's the end of the article. So Steph, you and I should be hyped for this race swapped character.
Yay.
I barely got through the first God of War. I didn't even really get through the first God of War. I really wasn't necessarily looking forward to this game, and now oh my god, J6. You know what cinnamon rolls need? Some hot white sauce on top.
Ooh.
Right? Yeah, they wrote this article in the car. Yep.
Oh, wait.
Yep. Hey, Steven.
Wait, I just got that. Never mind.
Took her a little bit. Yeah.
Like I said, this article made me a little bit dumber.
Oh, my God. My God. This was retarded, but not nearly as retarded as the Gamer article because I could not get through that one. Hey, Dread Saber Phil, good to see you. For Brian says I hate race swap characters. Yep. So, but Trey says I'm over these people. Yep. These retards are making cars look bad. Yep. But that's the article. And I feel that we're going to see more articles like that pop up because, again, the only discourse against this character at all is the fact that they race swapped another redhead. They took Norse mythology and they race swapped it just for the sake of race swapping a character, and that's what people are criticizing. But of course, we are sexist and racist for doing so.
I don't understand why they don't. Why they keep race swapping redheads. Redheads are beautiful and 100% underrepresented. Like,
yeah.
You know, they don't have many people that they can claim are famous redheads, right? Like, come on.
Yeah. They're already a minority, but
yeah, I don't understand why they keep doing that to redheads. I love me a redhead. I love me a good redhead. Mm-hmm. And that sucks. It sucks that they keep doing that to them.
And the fact that they are doing so under the guise of diversity when like they don't know the actual meaning of the word diversity because diversity is more than skin deep, but to these people, it's only skin deep.
Mhm.
And they do this and they go, see what we're doing for you, and not seeing how insulting it is to the people they are pandering to or think they are pandering to, like in this case, the Black community, and saying, hey, we're giving you this character. Aren't you happy? We're giving you this character. We're raising this character just for you because that's what you want, right? That's what you want. You won't play this game otherwise.
Mhm.
And not realizing how insulting that is.
That whole article was insulting. That whole article is insulting.
Mhm.
You know, and it's just I can't believe that I can't believe that article even made it onto the website. Well, actually,
Well,
it's
it's Kotaku.
Kotaku.
Yeah.
So, but still.
Yeah. So, but and like I said, they don't see how incredibly insulting to, like, you know, Trace and Rough Girls and Mr. J's intelligence it is.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, because they see themselves as white saviors. They go off of, like, you know, what virtue they can signal the loudest, and it's all about them. Look what I'm doing. I'm patting myself on the back, and I'm doing this for you. It's all about
so
them,
funny.
by making it about other people.
Yeah, rhetorical thrill. Like you're so grateful for these sloppy seconds, right? I've said that before. That's exactly what this is. It's like sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
All right, the white person's done with this role. Let's give it to a Black person. Okay, the redhead's done with this role. Let's swap it out for a Black. Instead of creating unique stories, you know, instead of creating parts for specific to like new stories, not like let's redo fucking Superman and, you know, give it to a Black man because we're done, you know, the white people had like their Superman, now we can, you know, that's exactly what it is. It's sloppy seconds. They shouldn't be like, yes, finally. They should be like, what the hell, you can't create something new for me? You can't create something new?
Okay. Lancer says this. I saw the funniest thing. This Canadian woman made a video about it being okay to remove redheads. She said because she dyes her hair red, she's an authority on the situation.
So I'm brown.
Was she in a car by any chance?
I'm brown. Does that make me the authority on, you know, everything? Yeah. That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
It's like, yeah, like, you know, you pointed out earlier, I'm half Middle Eastern, so does that make me the authority on like all things Arabic, even though like
all things brown?
On all things brown, yes. Like, you know, it's like, oh, you're part Syrian. What do you?
That's like saying like I'm Black, so I could say this.
Yeah.
That's exactly. And she's not even a real redhead. She dyes her hair.
She dyes her hair red, but she
pretends to be a redhead.
She's like, you know, she's like what's his name, Carl, or like from South Park. Respect my authority. That's what she's like.
Stunning and brave. Megatron just said it. All these people are literally Eric Cartmans.
Yeah, Eric Cartman. Yeah, Cartman. Yeah, it's like respect my authority. That's what they look like. Daniel James for $14.99. I remember when I was young, I used to get so excited when there was a gay character in a series, game, or movie. Now every character is gay, and I'm just not interested. No, because it's like the same thing. It's like, see like what we're doing for you by and doing that, what they're doing, they're just making it about themselves. Look what I'm doing for you.
Well,
that's the whole point of it.
Now it's just make it about myself, make it about me. That's all this is. Daniel's to blame. I like Mexplanations with Steph. Coming soon.
Yeah. Like, I've been to Chipotle, so I can talk about Latino.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, we can either go into the Bounty in the Comics article, which we'll kind of touch on again what Simu Liu did with his response, or the Polygon article where it's talking about how James Bond, like, why don't they make James Bond a woman?
Let's do James Bond.
All right.
James Bond.
Yeah, because that's exactly what it is. It's not original characters or anything is tokenization. It's basically them going, you won't play this game and for any other reason other than there has to be a character that looks like you, because that's all it is. These qualities are just superficial to these people. Doesn't matter
it doesn't matter. The game doesn't matter.
No.
The gameplay doesn't matter. The visuals don't matter. Story doesn't matter. We got a black person in there. That's what matters.
Yeah. Hey, Abu Nas, he says, stepping in the building, check out these two lovely ladies rocking the spot. Hope you're both doing good. Doing pretty well. Going to be kind of passing out after this stream so that way I can visit my niece tomorrow. So,
God, all this food and now I'm hungry now.
It's like I want a cinnamon roll. And there's like
someone said brownies sound good.
There's like no place open. Fuck. I shouldn't have brought up that article.
Food delivered. I'm kind of hungry.
All right, let's bring up the Polygon article.
Nom noms. I need some nom noms.
Yeah, I do too, but there's no place open. All right. According to Polygon, I'm gonna close that Kotaku article because it's okay. The Bond franchise will let women do everything except be James Bond.
Because he's a man.
He's a man.
Because he's a man.
Yeah,
that's why.
It's literally James is a male name. I know, shocker. I know. And I don't care if Ryan Reynolds and his wife Blake Lively named their daughter James after his father. James is a male name.
Well, they're not the first celebrities to do that, right?
No, I'm saying it's like people, but I'm saying like that's the only one I know off the top of my head. And that was because they're naming her after his father.
Yeah.
But James in itself is a male name. It's a male name. That's the big giveaway there. That's why a woman couldn't step into that specific role. Now you could have a female 00 because that's the designator. He's 007. You could have a female 00, but
don't call her Bond.
James Bond. And ironic that you're like throwing out names like Jeanette Bond and Jennifer Bond. When I was younger, I actually wrote short stories where James Bond had a daughter, and she kind of took over being an operative, but he was her mentor. So I did do something like that, and it is possible that these people could do something like that and still respect what came before, but they're not going to do it. No, they have to gender swap the existing character. So, yeah, if only there were female names derived from James, like, I don't know, like Jane, things like that. Yeah, only Bond, a male, can be 007. Yeah, I'm saying that's his designator is 007, but she could be a 00, like 006, 008, 00, like whatever. That's like the designator. But he is 007. Like, there's no other way to. Hey, yeah, I was a kid, but he was her mentor. All right, so. And the call,
I bet your stories would be way better than whatever we're going to get here.
Probably. And her name was Jasmine. Jasmine Bond. Yeah, so. And he acted. Have you ever seen the movie like Haywire? With Gina Carano?
I heard it was good though.
Yeah, it's actually like a good action movie, but like her, it would have been like kind of a situation where it's similar to the actor who played her dad in that movie, where he's in a way her mentor, but at the same time, it's like she's on her own sort of situation, and they fight together when need be. It's kind of how I like set it up. Yeah, it is a good flick. I think you enjoy it. It's called Haywire, and it's I think it also has Matthew Fassbender in it, in a small role. I think. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I've watched the movie. And the sub-headline is A New Look at No Time to Die spotlights Lashana Lynch and Ana de Armas. It's written by a cuck.
Written by a cuck.
James Bond is a male character. That is just a fact. There you go. It's just a fact. Longtime franchise producer Barbara Broccoli told Good Morning Britain during the launch event for Bond 25, aka No Time to Die. We have to make movies about women and women's stories, Broccoli explained, but we have to create female characters, and not just for a gimmick turn a male character into a woman. Broccoli's comments were made all the way back in April 2019 before the pandemic delayed the film over and over and over again. No Time to Die's long road to hitting the theaters has been shaded by the debate over whether there's blank for a woman to take on the 007 role after Daniel Craig hangs up his tux later this year.
Is it room,
Like I said,
room for a woman?
You could have a female 00, but not 007. That's James Bond's designator. James Bond, when he's done, that number retires with him. It's kind of like the number on a jersey for a sports team. When that player retires, that number retires. That's generally how it's supposed to work.
Mm-hmm.
A female James Bond new movie, no one will go see it. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, yep. Okay, he wasn't it. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Agent Jasmine calls Yako. Shut up, soul. Naaman's went to see a proper cut of Haywire where they don't have all their lines redubbed. Well, I don't think they. Yeah, Haywire's on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, it's there. No, he didn't. But someone who worships at the altar of Anita Sarkeesian did. So yeah. Let's see. In the wake of discourse over Hollywood's inability to foster female action talent, the general gender imbalance in major blockbusters, and James Bond's long history of misogyny, many have recognized the need for a shakeup in the nearly 60-year-old movie franchise. Where's this many you speak of?
I know, because from what I know, many more are perfectly happy with the Bond franchise the way it is.
Yeah,
perfectly happy.
And it says, and they were books before they were movies, because it's like based on a character written by Ian Fleming. And he is a nearly 60-year movie franchise. But the thing is, like I said, I grew up watching these movies. Sean Connery, Roger Moore, George Lazenby, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, now Daniel Craig.
This whole first sentence of this article is just cringe. In the wake of discourse over Hollywood's inability to foster female action talent, there's been plenty of female action talent. The general gender imbalance in major blockbusters, plenty of women have carried franchises. And then James Bond's long history of misogyny, just buzzword right there.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Long history of misogyny. Even though normal women who grew up watching these movies, like, you know, kind of like myself, we wanted to be Bond girls.
Yeah.
We wanted to be Bond girls.
Yeah. Oh, but sorry, but Bond girls are sexy, right? Bond girls are sexy and feminine, and that's no longer allowed anymore. So
no, because we're supposed to be Bond.
Misogyny now.
Yeah, we're supposed to want to be Bond, not the sexy Bond girls. Even though the sexy Bond girls could still hold their own with Bond. So it's not like they were damsels in distress or anything like that. They held their own. But they were sexy, and we can't have that anymore. Mr. J, for $5, these article writers have to be fairly young and don't know anything. Many past movies have many diverse hero characters. Long Kiss Goodnight, anyone? Yes, that's Long Kiss Goodnight.
Absolutely. And I believe that. I believe 100% that the writers are really young. Really, I don't know. They're fucking young. Right out of college, probably. Because like just the shit that they're saying is just completely inaccurate and hilarious. It's like, have you ever watched a film? Ever? Are you really championing women in Hollywood? Because if you really were, then you would absolutely know that plenty of women have carried franchises. I mean,
yeah,
you know. Oh, Dominic the Writer, Uma Thurman in Kill Bill. Even those what are they? Charlie's Angels, as hilarious as those movies were with Lucy Liu and Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore, hey, they still made 2 films and people liked them when they came out.
They were much better than the crap that we got, like, what, last year or whatever. Sigourney
Weaver and Aliens. I mean, come on, give me a fucking break. Give me a break.
When I say retired, I mean like not like. What I meant to say is like not necessarily officially retired, but they don't like just automatically recycle it when the person is done. Pretty much. It's like it does like no like it's not like someone just like picks up the number right after that person dies or retires or anything like that. Yeah, Haywire I just mentioned, which stars Gina Carano. Hey D Pansek, most of these kids aren't aware of any films prior to 2015. No, they're not.
No.
Bond Girls Are Why I Like 007. Yeah, they still hold their own. They still hold their own with Bond. Resident Evil, Underworld.
Oh my god, I love those movies. Yeah. Even the like the horrible ones, even the spin-offs. Like I freaking love those movies.
Yeah, I'm saying, but basically Resident Evil, Underworld, the Kill Bill movies, the Alien franchise, the Terminator franchise. You have like Linda Hamilton there. Like those are just like franchises. But then if you actually sat down and watched movies prior to the recent decades that we're living in, you would see that there have been, I hate using this expression, but strong female leads. They're just not the strong females that they're wanting. Because
no, absolutely not.
You're sexy and strong at the same time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. See, you're absolutely right. There have been strong female characters that we've already had, right?
Yeah.
Well, the reason they keep redoing it, like the reason they redid Charlie's Angels was because, we did have those female characters that kick fucking butt, but we didn't do it correctly back then. That's why it needs to be redone, because it wasn't done correctly. You didn't do it correctly. There was too much of the male gaze back then. So let's redo it. Let's redo it now again. That's why they keep doing that. That's why they keep doing it, because it's too sexy and that's not allowed anymore. It's too male gazy and that's not allowed anymore. And then when they brought the Terminator back, they took away everything that made Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
They took it away from her, and she was not even a shell of her former self. She was a horrible character this time around.
Dean Pansek says Betty Davis, Barbara Stanwyck, Joan Crawford. There's strong women's roles from these actresses. Yes, I was on my live stream yesterday. I was saying that again. I grew up watching these classic films, and my relationship goals would be along the lines of William Powell and Myrna Loy, the Nick and Nora Charles character from the Thin Man movies. So if you don't know what those are, kind of look up scenes, and you can see the dynamic between that actor and actress. They're natural. They bounce off each other. And Myrna Loy, while she's playing the wife and like he's the detective, as the movies are about, he plays Nick Charles detective. She again is his equal. She's not exactly a detective like he is, but at the same time, she's not a weak character. And you can see a level of like not only love, but like respect that they both have for each other. But she would be considered incorrectly portrayed as a strong female character because of the fact that he's a detective and she's not. So they would have to correct that by making him the, I guess, stay-at-home husband and she the detective. Because that would be what's the word they like to look for? Reparations. That would be reparations that they would consider. So yes, it was one of my favorites. I love the first two movies. I've seen all the movies. I love the first two, but yeah, like Nick and Nora Charles, right there. But incorrectly portrayed. That's how they would view like her character. Laurie Strode, Sidney Prescott, yes. Nancy Thompson from Nightmare on Elm Street, yes. Strong characters. The Final Girls. Literally the Final Girls is where the trope comes from slasher movies. Because the final character that actually defeats the fucking slasher is the female. And you know what they wanted to do with the Friday the 13th reboot or what they were going to do, they're going to have an all-female cast. I'm like, so you either have the feminist bitching because the women are dying, because that's the point of a slasher movie, or you have the advocates for the disabled pissed off because the women are beating up on a disabled character in Jason. Because if you know his background, he's basically a disabled kid. Yeah, she was every bit like the sleuth. He was like basically just like, a little bit above her in terms of like, the fact that he was the detective, but they were partners and equals. Wouldn't fly today. Anyway, moving on. If Doctor Who could finally imagine a female doctor, maybe Ian Fleming's written male super spy could support a gender-bending twist. In September 2019, even ex-Bond Pierce Brosnan championed the idea. Of course he fucking did. I think we've watched the guys do it for the last 40 years. The actor told the Hollywood Reporter, "Get out of the way, guys, to put a woman up there. I think it would be exhilarating. It would be exciting."
I'm sorry, but how's the Doctor Who franchise doing right now?
Yeah, I know. This is like one of the most hated seasons out there. And she's like, I think, more hated than the most hated Doctor Who doctor before her.
What a horrible analogy.
I know. I mean, I don't watch Doctor Who, but I know there's ones that were hated before this season, and she just dethroned those guys. People don't like this Doctor Who. Doctor Who? Yeah. Broccoli poo-pooing the notion means there's little chance of dramatic change in Bond's future, though after years of pushing producers to consider Idris Elba for the iconic role as soon as Craig was done, one hopes that some amount of change might be possible, but a new hype-worthy featurette for No Time to Die suggests the criticism against the series has been heard. While Bond 25 may be a last hurrah for Craig's iteration of the character, it'll introduce at least 2 new female characters more than capable of keeping up with his running and gunning. Lashana Lynch co-stars as Nomi, previously revealed as an agent to assist Bond in his mission to take down a tech-savvy villain in Saffron, Rami Malek, adding to the significance of Lynch's involvement. Rami Malek. Adding to the significance of Lynch's involvement, reports suggest Nomi will be the first woman and person of color to work under the moniker of 007, No She Won't, as Bond, who is in retirement in Jamaica when the film begins, supposedly passes on his code number either before or during the events of the film. I think they were just looking for someone who would be able to be a match for Bond, says Lynch in a new profile in The Guardian. Who would be able to stand up and be vocal and forthright and strong and able to handle a weapon, able to handle herself, and not someone who takes any crap from anybody at all. Then, as it unfolded, she became this quite complicated, free, open-minded, vocal human being who brings a really nice twist to M16.
Again, hand me down. Hand me down. Why don't they see that? Why don't they understand that hand me down? Hand me down. And it's so funny, like the whole description of the character is is like, scroll back where
Which one?
What you just read.
Oh, right up here. Right here.
Yeah, that right there. Stand up and be vocal and forthright and strong and be able to handle a weapon and be able to handle herself, not someone who takes any crap from anybody.
Yeah. I'm just picturing her doing this when she's saying that. That whole snapping thing. I'm like,
good Lord.
I'm like, men can do that as well. But in their minds, it has to be a woman to prove that, oh my God, women are just as capable in this regard as James Bond could be. And we're like, no shit. Have you watched the James Bond movie with the Bond girls?
Dominic said, "Oh, Jesus wept."
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry, but that's exactly like how I read it. That's how I read it. That's what came to my mind when you read that part. I was like, "Oh, she's not gonna take nothing."
Yeah,
not this woman. Not this woman.
Bob. You need the head bob too. When it's like,
but seriously though, hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
Why don't they see that? It's not like, oh my god, finally, it's a hand-me-down role. Let's make a role for a fucking woman.
I don't know why they don't see
Something
the.
new and not just give it. Not
They're
just
being
be a
used as political props. They're being used literally as political props for these people, and I have no understanding why either they can't realize that, or why they are just bending over and accepting it from these people. Because if I were in her place, I would be like, "You're giving me sloppy seconds here."
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand what they're thinking. Why they either accept it or why they can't see that they're being used as props for marketing, for pandering, for virtue signaling. That's what they're being used for. They're literally being used to pat the studio executives themselves on the back and saying, "Look at how virtuous we are.
Mm-hmm. Look how woke we are. Look at what our
It's
franchise
all
has
about us.
become."
Look at what we're doing for you." It's the same thing. Look what we're doing for you. And these people don't see it. Out of Touch for $5 says Gina Davis and A Long Kiss Goodnight is what every woman should want for a spy movie. Yeah, like, no, it's been a while since I've seen Long Kiss Goodnight, but at the same time, it's like, yes, another capable actress who showed that yes, women are just as capable in this regard as men, but it was done in a way where it's her own character and not a gender swap of an existing one to show how virtuous the studio can be. That's it. Along with Lynch, Craig's joined in the new installment by his Knives Out co-star Ana de Armas, who plays Cuban agent Paloma. The first substantial footage of the character highlights action with de Armas
It's Ana de Armas.
Well, with de Armas, yeah.
Yeah.
Wielding 2 machine guns in a ballroom gown. That is to say, an extremely Bond moment. Yeah. Bond girl. Literally. The video also shows both de Armas and Lynch's training regiment, which looks brutal and more John Wickian than anything in the Bond canon. Okay, so now we're penning terms now. In the Guardian profile, Lynch discusses...
How dare they compare them to a white man?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what the fuck? I need alcohol right now. I need a cinnamon roll and I need alcohol right now. Well, I've been better. I feel my brain cells committing seppuku right now, but I've been better. So,
good.
Yeah. In the Guardian profile, Lynch discusses a bit about working with Fleabag creator Phoebe Waller-Bridge to punch up the No Time to Die script and elevate the female characters away from the traditional Bond girl set dressing roles. Again, say you haven't seen a Bond film without saying you haven't seen a Bond film.
Ta-da! This article.
Yeah. I said I want her to be a real woman, but I don't want her work to make her masculine. She's not slick. She has it together. She's highly competent and very highly skilled, but she's a real human being and sometimes she's awkward. And that's what is so clever about Phoebe's writing. Once we had a conversation about her possibly being awkward, there were some moments when I read that were just like, oh no, is she really going to say that in the scene? I'm so here for it. I'm not wanting to see this movie at all. The spectrum of Bond girls ranges from femme fatales. Do you know what a femme fatale is?
I know.
To one-dimensional bombshells, and in more recent years, women like Vesper Lind, who for all her capabilities still existed to live, die, and emotionally prop up a male hero. Okay, first off, that wasn't her role. Secondly, Casino Royale, not in terms of plot, but in terms of how it's set up, how Bond had a woman in his life that he wanted to actually marry and have a life with and things like that, is literally taken from George Lazenby's one and only outing as James Bond's Her Majesty's Secret Service. That is not a new fucking concept. And even in that one, Diana Rigg is capable. She's not a damsel in distress. That she plays the character that James Bond actually genuinely falls in love with and wants to be with, and that it basically is a setup for how we know Bond to be in the future, the ladies' man, and things like that. I can't say too much without giving away the plot, but if you've seen Casino Royale, you kind of know the gist of what happens with that. That's the emotional resonance her character has. It's not to prop up the male hero, it's to show us how he came to be, in a sense, the James Bond we know. Not necessarily the moody Bond, but the ladies' man, the one who is like doesn't let anyone close to him, who basically doesn't want to be hurt again in that way. In that way. Yes, she was his equal. But it's like I'm saying, this paragraph is like, say you haven't seen like seen any of these movies without saying you haven't seen any of these movies, and this woman here, this writer here, literally is saying that that they haven't seen any of these movies. Otherwise, they would know, and they would not say something this stupid about how, like, Vesper Lynd is just there to live, die, and prop up the male hero, even though that's not the case. Those days may be behind the promiscuous secret agent, if No Time to Die's emphasis on tough feminine agents is indicative of the finished product. Big if. Will we ever see a female Bond? Hopefully fucking not. Probably not. Hopefully not. Will we need one? No. Depends if producers jinx the newcomers. Well, we don't need one. We don't need a female Bond. Like I said, you could have female 00s. Make her own character. Don't make her just a female Bond. But there it is. And yes, Diana Rigg was Emma Peel in the 1960s. Again, more than capable. They saw a Bond poster, saw a sexy woman, and said, "Set dressing heresy." Yes, they've never seen any of these Bond movies. If they think that the women were just set dressing, then that tells me they haven't watched any of these fucking movies at all. Haven't watched any of these movies at all. Yeah, it'd be a hand-me-down. That's exactly what the character would be a hand-me-down. So there it is.
Hand-me-down.
So we've established that this person is a cuck. The women in this, especially Lashana Lynch, knows nothing about the James Bond movies, and Steph needs to watch more Bond films.
Yes, I do.
So, there. Yeah, men can be damsels also. Men need to be saved sometimes.
Yeah.
But there it is. All right. We got that out of the way. Some really great bad girls from Spectre in the early Bond films. Yeah. So, yeah, Matt Patches is a simp. Yes, he is. All right. All right. Last but not least, this one should be quick because, and we'll have to, I think, go into what Simu Liu did, or at least a post he had on Reddit for those who do not know. But he put a response on Twitter, and I say response on Twitter to what was going on. All right. So, Shang-Chi actor Simu Liu responds to resurfaced Reddit comments where he penned a sympathetic post towards pedophiles. Which, shameless plug, I covered. Lethal Weapon. What?
Schmetaphile.
Yeah, Schmetaphile. Pedos. Kitty diddlers. Whatever.
Oh my God, Mario.
I'm like, we should be able to say that word. It's a word in the English language. I'm just saying. But I'm not trying to make light of it necessarily. I'm just saying that he penned the sympathetic post towards the P word. And shameless plug, I did a video on it. Lethal did a video on it. Ryan did a video on it.
I discovered it.
Yeah, you discovered it. Lyndon Hall did a live stream where he showed other screenshots to say, hey, this act, like, you know, if there's any confusion about if this is actually Simu Liu, this is actually Simu Liu.
Right, because a lot of people were like a little bit wary, like, well, is that him? But it is. It's verified that it is his Reddit account.
he verified, and Lyndon showed screenshots to say, hey, this is Simu Liu. This is his Reddit account. So so there's no confusion. He wrote the sympathetic post. Now, for those of you who don't know what's going on, because this just broke yesterday, so hasn't quite made the rounds, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see if I can find if there's a screenshot of the post in here. I might have to find it. I'm trying to find the post. Okay, here are the screenshots. I'm not going to go into the screenshot, but show that, hey, it's Simu. Hey, man, it's Simu. So this nipped in the bud account is Simu Liu. He's saying right here, Simu here, Simu. But I'm trying to find the post itself. Let me see if they show it in here. I think they did in this article. All right, here it is.
There it is.
All right. So I'm going to go through this, and then I'll show his response. I'm not going to go through the whole thing necessarily, but it says, hey, I'm a Canadian actor, and I thought I'd chime in to this post from 2015. I recently did a show in which I played a pedo and did a significant amount of research, clinical studies, mind you, not the method stuff. Well, thank Christ for that. On the disorder and how it's perceived in the media. In the end, the role completely changed the way I look at the disease. It's a mental fucking disease. And has made me much more sympathetic to anyone who is born with those urges. It's not urges. It's just urges, because everybody has urges. But when you have urges that border on a mental disorder, they're not just urges.
Yeah.
From a biological standpoint, it's no different than being gay.
And that's where he lost a lot of people. He compared being a schmido to being gay.
Yeah.
That's what pissed a lot of people off right there.
Yeah.
And he continues on with the article, basically sympathizing with the schmidders.
Yeah, it's so basically he says, like
not the article, but his post.
Yeah, a small mutation that in the genome that defines our sexual preferences. Okay, like basically, like what I forgot to point out necessarily in my video is like this is like basically, even though this post is from 2015, we're seeing a lot of this shit again on Twitter, the normalization of this disorder. As trying to make it as just a sexual preference, not
right. You can't help who you fall in love. You can't help who you like. You can't help who you fall in love with. The whole cuties bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to normalize it now, but still, I like how.
Yeah, it is
they're just like pedos, gross. No, they're mad about him comparing it schmidos to gay people, saying that it's the exact same
like it's
thing.
like just like sexual preference, and it's not just a sexual preference. Otherwise, it wouldn't be diagnosed as a mental disorder for decades by the American Psychological Association. And this is like, okay. So before you all grab your pitchforks and torches in the chats, when Prop 8 was being discussed in California, and I don't know if anybody remembers this from years ago in California, where it's like basically talking about whether or not to legalize gay marriage in that state. What I was against was not the legalization of gay marriage, because at this point, I really don't care, and I think it should be more than just a civil union, because I've seen too many kids being ripped from parents because they weren't legally married under certain statutes. So basically, if there was a homosexual relationship and they adopted children while in that relationship and one partner died, even though they were in a civil union, it wasn't a legal marriage. So they would rip the children from the existing parents, adopted parents, and either give them to the dead parent's family, and if there is no family, put them into the foster care system, even though there was a parent. Yeah, even though there was a parent still living who would love them and take care of them. So that's like, that's why I was like, either give the same benefits to these couples under the civil union or just allow gay marriage at that point. Trace says, I remember those days. So basically when Prop 8 was out and people were voting whether or not to legalize gay marriage, especially in California, the problem I had with the argument for gay marriage in that sense was people were saying love is love. They were saying love is love. You can't help who you love. And My dad said this. I said this when this is going on. You watch, because there are going to be people down the line who are going to use this argument for this shit right here. Love is love. We're seeing the Twitter Nambla defense right here. You can't help who you fall in love with. So let's make the P word a sexual preference. That's what we're seeing right here. That argument in play right here. Love is love. That's what I had a problem with. Yeah, it's gross. I suspect Simu Liu is a low-grade narcissist. Yeah, he's expert. He's the expert in every room. Yes, this is the same guy who used to be one of those stock photo actors. Like, he was the guy who was like, we need a stock photo for this advertisement. What do you got? Pretty much. So basically, like, not going to this whole thing. Where is it? Let's see. On message boards and social media, I see the same defense time and again. What if it was your daughter? Well, I take that point, but I would like to ask, what if it was your child who came to you and confessed to being that word? And I'd be like, well, I would commit my child because I don't want them to commit a crime. That's exactly what they would do if they said they had those urges. You wanted to kind of remove them from normal society. The study I read suggested that as many as 1% of the population may have some degree of those tendencies. If this is true, I certainly hope that the rest of the world follows Germany's lead. And we all know how well Germany does. There's something in here. Actor played, like, this is talking about him. Sorry. Played that role for a TV show. Did research discovered being one is not so different from being gay. Everyone deserves sympathy, not black and white. So that was the post, basically. That was the post that was going around. Hey, Jay. Chimpanski. Good to see you.
Cute.
Yeah, so basically he's making the comparison that having a mental disorder where you commit a crime is the same as being gay. That was his post from 2015. This is the response. Let me see if I scroll back up here. One of the responses he had. Twitter is a slanderous place sometimes, and it feels good to shut down trolls and bad faith actors who want to drag your name through the mud. That was his response.
He's denying it. He's denying that that's him. He's denying everything.
Yeah. Even though there's multiple posts where he says, there's nipped in the bud accounts right here. Hey man, Simu here. Hey, it's Simu. And he says, at Simu Liu right here. Hey guys, it's Simu, aka Nipped in the Bud, aka Ultimate Reddit Lurker.
Reddit Lurker.
Yeah, so it's like, it's literally like that song. Who sings it? Is it Shaggy or something where he's like, it wasn't me. Caught me on the counter.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's like literally that song.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me. That is him right now. That is him. And this was I guess from 2019. Oh, cool. This is here. This is like, one of his posts to that thread. And this was his response. So basically saying, yeah, Twitter's a slanderous place and it feels good to shut down the trolls and bad faith actors. Basically the people who've been reporting on this shit since yesterday.
Yeah. He's so fake. He's so fake. And it's like a lot of people have been saying, those who virtue signal the loudest have the most to hide. Everybody's been saying that, and it is 100% true because he was, before his Shang-Chi movie, he was out there. I'm the first Asian. Congratulations. I am breaking down barriers, you guys, breaking glass ceilings. It's up to me to push the boundaries, and it's finally happening. He's just completely, before his movie came out, just completely virtue signaling the hell out of, using his race, using everything to just virtue signal.
Yeah.
And now it's just coming back. It's coming back and biting him in the ass. And I'm glad it is. I'm actually glad it is. I'm glad it is because, you know, honestly, some of these, I'm sorry, but all of these stands on Twitter who are just like, you're doing it. You're doing it. You're breaking glass ceilings. Yes. Finding out that he's like this phony, finding out that he's like, he's just as human as any one of us, right? He's just as flawed as any one of us are. Finding that out, and they're just kind of like, what? I was worshiping a false fucking what?
Yeah.
What?
And I'm sitting here going like, yeah, no shit. You know where Stan comes from, basically? It's and some of them claim to know, but they're reclaiming the word.
Yeah.
Like, it's still a bad connotation, dude.
No, I got a response from somebody, you know, saying like when I replied back to him, like, you can't hide from this forever, dude. Someone said, legit, one of his stands replied saying, you know, this is all just made up by radical right wing racists or some shit like that.
You know, like we're all radical right wing whenever
by
like
some radical racists who want to take him down. Someone responded to me with that shit. I was like, I didn't even give them the time of day. I was like, oh my god, give me a break.
Yeah, but of course, like anything moderately disagreeing with them is right wing to them. That person could still be on the left the same as they are, but if they disagree with their stance, they're right wing. Ever notice that? I see like plenty of people. I talk with plenty of people on Twitter that I know are not right wing. I know are not right wing, but they don't. But they're not. But they're sane.
Mm-hmm.
But they're sane, and they'll disagree with these people, and they're like, "Oh, you're just a right winger." I'm like, I'm like, that guy voted for Obama in like 2008 and 2012. I was like, doesn't matter to these people. It really doesn't matter to these people.
Doesn't matter.
And Keely Chow says, I'm an old school liberal. Yes, that word has been co-opted too, because classical liberal is nowhere near what these people are doing. In a sense, I'm a classical liberal, but I say I'm a libertarian because I hate both sides right now. But if I disagree with someone, I'm a radical right winger. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm a radical right winger. Pretty much. Even though I'm just pointing out that like both sides are fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. So, Sinister Looking Kid says, am I out of touch? No, it's the right wing racists who are wrong. Yes. Yeah, it's kind of like that, like, you know, basically the Skinner from Simpsons. It's like, you know, it's like, am I out of touch? No, it's the right wing racists who are wrong. Yeah, everybody's right wing. Just need to face the other direction. Yes. Trey Queen says, I'm politically unaffiliated, but yeah, definitely not a Democrat. Yeah, so basically, the reason why I'm not saying like, you know, what I'm registered as, but the reason why I kept my registration is because the state I live in, to be able to vote in the primaries, you have to be one or the other. So if I were to change it to like independent, I wouldn't be able to vote in the primaries. That's how it's set up in my states. I don't know about any other states, but that's how it's set up in mine. So I kept a registration for one of the sides, so that way I could vote in the primaries. But I'm a libertarian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Vaughn says I'm a chaotic neutral. Yes, I'm chaotic neutral too. When this movie flops, it'll be blaming fans, not thinking we're in a pandemic, and not thinking when it comes. Yeah, what comes out of their mouth. Yeah. Well, this movie, if you're talking about Shang-Chi, is already on its way to flopping because it's second or third worst MCU movie so far. Even with inflation, it's like near the bottom in terms of ranking for box office.
Mm-hmm.
Even with inflation, it's near the bottom. And this movie's being heralded like, oh look, it smashed box office records in its opening weekend, Labor Day weekend. I mean, yeah, congratulations. It beat Rob Zombie's Halloween. Like, it's not going to be a bar it's not going to be a high bar there. And like 2007's Halloween. I'm like, have you seen that movie? Not hard to beat. But this movie also had the added benefit that there was no other blockbuster coming out at the same time. So, and people were like, well, we gotta see something. We gotta have something to do. So let's go see this new Marvel movie. And guess what, people? It was a one and done for most people. It was a one and done. Because it tanked 67% from week 1 to 2. Yes, but Mara beat Rob Zombie's Halloween box office. Yes, that fucking high bar there. So, yeah, they'll always be slashers because one thing I'll credit Marvel with, in terms of like the setting up the MCU, is that they did it in a way that also drew in the normie crowd. So even if the normie crowd didn't go see it 2, 3, 4, 5 times, they still got enough numbers in that first weekend to make it a box office. Each movie, the box office smash. That's what they do. That's how they work. So I will give them that credit. Yeah, Marvel. He wasn't even the first Asian superhero in the MCU.
Nope.
But he broke that glass ceiling, folks. Don't forget, he broke that glass ceiling. So there it is.
According to who? Just him.
Yeah. Yeah. So there it is. There it is. That's his response. I'll scroll back up so you can all see it. Basically, it's literally wasn't me.
He hasn't said anything since then.
Here it is.
And his Reddit account's been deleted, all that stuff. Like,
yeah.
He hasn't said anything since then. So I'm like putting him on notifications because I'm waiting for him to say some shit.
Yeah. So, and waiting for him to say some shit, waiting for how Disney's going to handle it. Because he's not going to lose his job over this. They're going to try to sweep it under the rug as much as possible and hope people forget about it so they can move on, because they've pandered themselves into the corner that if they were to fire him, they would risk getting canceled by his stands.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to do that.
Well, right now his stands are against him because, especially since he hasn't said anything.
Yeah, so it's basically a clusterfuck, and like Disney can pick them. Disney sure can pick them.
Mm-hmm. You
got this guy here. You got that. What's that actress's name that was cast as Snow White in the live action Snow White, and you saw her little presence on Twitter. Disney sure can pick them. So, but there's the topics for tonight. But basically all I have to cover. I mean, like there was a good amount of cringe that came up this week, but I covered some of it yesterday on my own live stream. So, and I covered the Roger Rabbit ride in Disneyland. The one positive I could say about that, and I said that on my live stream last night, is that if you read that, I guess, extra, that blurb, where it talks about Jessica becoming a private investigator, it at least says in that image that she took inspiration from her longtime friend and other private investigator Eddie Valiant. So at least they had the nerve to say she took inspiration from a guy. So there's that at least. But they're revamping that ride to make it more relevant for whomever. I don't know. I've never been there. And how Thor is a win for body diversity in God of War Ragnarok, and how now we should be accepting of the race swap for Angrboda. So there is that. But Brandon Lee says hi, Simu, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Tony Ya, Chow Yun Fat, Donnie Yen.
Yeah, pretty sure that they all broke out glass. They paved the way for this man.
Yeah, Toshiro Mifune says hello. Mm-hmm. They say hello. So there's that. But anyway, that's all I have. Like I said, I'm trying to like wrap it up because I'm not sure when Open Airlock Policy stream starts. I think he starts his a little after midnight to give us time to wrap up. So if you're still up, go check out his channel, his Fall of Night that he does. I think it's him. I want to say Greg, OG Star Wars, and Raging Rhino is supposed to be on. So if he doesn't, Jet Li, yes, I can't believe I forgot Jet Li. If Raging Rhino doesn't sleep through his alarm. So like you did the one time. But Steph, let everybody know where they can find you and anything you have coming up on your channel while I try to not die.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch, all at the same My Nerdy Home. Tomorrow I will have my makeup and media stream. It's just a feel-good stream. Be happy and look at happy videos and smile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to be in the chat because if I'm going to visit my brother and niece,
yeah,
I won't be able to visit. But go
No
check
worries.
that out. Also, you have Darth Megatron, aka Sunny and Brave Megatron. He does his stream. It's normally early afternoon Eastern time, where he right now he's doing a Transformers series, and he like colors them in. So check it out. He does great work.
Yeah.
And
Very soothing.
Yes. As far as me, I might try to stream again on Twitch tomorrow evening since I wasn't able to do it this afternoon. So I might try to do it tomorrow evening and Monday evening. Stream on Twitch, Jade_Fire. I've been playing Splitgate, which is kind of like a mix of Halo and COD and another game. So if you like shoot 'em games and to see a gamer girl get wrecked trying to play a game like that, come check out my channel. That's what I've been playing. I'm holding off playing Friday the 13th until October because I will be playing that at some point with Calman and Chunk the Punk at least. I think Lethal Lightning might play it as well. I don't know, but definitely Chunk the Punk and Calman. So I'm holding off playing that game until October. I might get the Tales of Arise game because I enjoyed the demo, but we'll see. And Lethal's been trying to get me to get Vanguard because he wants to shoot me in Zombie.
He's like, get it so I can shoot you.
Yeah, that's pretty much like he says he wants to play with me, but he just wants to shoot my character and then go, oops, friendly fire. But there it is. So yeah, and as far as videos, I try to get videos out as much as possible, but it's very difficult when you're in school. But I do try to do a weekly Cringe Factory stream. I had to move that to Fridays because I have a Wednesday evening class. And then Twitch, like I said, Jade_Fire. So check out my channel. Jade Shadow, which you're on now, and Jade_Fire for Twitch. So yes, Sneako Glock says moo. Yes.
Moo.
So and there it is. So that's all I have for you, and hopefully you enjoyed the cringe. And knowing the future of pop culture, we're going to be getting more next week, which will be on Steph's channel.
My channel.
Next Saturday. So
Yeah.
come check that out. Again, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. And until then, stay safe. Have a good rest of your day if you're ahead of us in time zones. And have a good rest of your evening if you're behind us. So good night.
And Daniel is absolutely 100% right. When I want to smile, I look at a picture of him.
I'm
with
pretty
kangaroos.
sure. Yeah.
Daniel!
There you go. So good night, everyone. Stay safe.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.